All right, a great way to build a community in your distance learning class is to use a choice. And basically, a choice is a one question survey that the teacher gives to the students. It's a multiple choice question, and the students just vote essentially. And so I am in our sandbox. You can see that. I'm logged in as the teacher, and let me turn on editing for the class. And let's pretend we've been doing a unit on learning all about animals, and now I kind of want to just create something to cause the kids to start talking and maybe even arguing in a good-natured way. So I'm going to click Add an Activity or a Resource, and I'm going to click on Choice. I'm going to one-click on it, and again, here's your reminder of what that is. Up here, it's a single question, and then the teacher offers a selection of possible responses. And I'm going to click Add. Let's see. Which is your favorite pet to have? And I'm going to do that again right here in the description. Now, in the description, this is where I really often find myself using the description, because I'm going to try and spice it up a little bit. I'm going to drag in a dog, and then I'll drag in a chicken, and then I'll drag in a cat. So I've got my little animals now. Because I need to make sure I'm taking care of my visually impaired students, I'm going to turn off description not necessary, and I'm going to say this is a dog, and hit save. And I'm going to do the same thing with that chicken, because of the description is necessary. I want my visually impaired students to be able to participate in this. I'm going to turn off description, not necessary, and make it cat. And click save. And so now I've got my little question, which is your favorite pet to have. I've got some little pictures just to spice things up. Down here is where the options are going to be displayed either horizontally or vertically. I almost always do horizontal. And then here are some options whether the students can update their vote at a later time. I'm going to generally say no. And can they choose more than one? In this case, no. I'm going to force them to commit. And here's where I give their options: dog, chicken, and cat. And then down here, I can choose whether to make it available for a brief period of time, like a day or a week. And some options like that. Right now, I'm just going to leave that open, but in a regular class, I probably give them a week, from a Monday to a Friday, to do their votes, because on the following Monday I like to review the results and have the kids laugh about it, and we just kind of builds community, right? Now, right here with the results, here's the key. The secret to this wonderful sauce here is, what am I going to do with those results? I almost always show the results to the students after they answer. I want them to have fun with their vote, but then I want them to really have fun to see how their vote settles with the rest of their students, the colleagues, right? I'm going to do that. But then I almost always leave the anonymous results where the students don't get to see their names. And it just kind of sparks a conversation. Now, there's other reasons, other ways to handle the results. And sometimes you may want to show the results to students, or only after the choice is closed, etc. But for right now, I'm going to just do it that way. I'm going to click Save and Return to Course. And there is my choice right there. Which is your favorite pet to have? Now, if I were to click on that, this is what it would look like. But of course, I can't look at it because I'm not a student. I'm the teacher. So I'm going to switch over to Safari. I'm up here logged in as a student. So let's take a look I'm going to click on my student dashboard, and I'm going to go to the demo. And I'm going to click on Learning All About Animals. And I, as a student, see that, there's a poll, a choice, and I have not answered it. So I'm going to click on that. and it says, which is your favorite pet to have? It's a reminder that this is anonymous and that I will get to see the results after I answer, but it is indeed anonymous. Let's say chicken. The truth is, I really did have a chicken, and it was one of my favorite pets I've ever owned. I'm going to click Save My Choice, and then sure enough, I get to see the results of the whole class. Right now, there's not much to see. There's just one vote, and it's a chicken, and it's me. But that's what a choice looks like from a student point of view. I could go back to the teacher point of view and refresh the screen. Let's get here. And I can now see that one person out of the whole class of one student has answered. So as the teacher, I'm getting kind of updated on how that poll is going. Now I can go up here and click View One Response. I can view all of the responses as a teacher. Because I'm the teacher, I do get to see the student responses. It is not anonymous to me as the teacher. It's only anonymous to the other students. So I do get to see which students voted for which animal in this case. So if I want to strike up a future conversation with fake student A about chickens, I can. And that's how we build relationship. And that's how choice is a wonderful way to create relationship and create conversation in a distance learning class. Just to show you some samples, back in the day when I was teaching a middle school class, and we did this distance learning, and I would put up a poll every Monday, and it would close the following Friday, and you could just see a whole host of kinds of questions that you could ask, just to kind of show you what they would look like. Here it is. It would, this is a little dated because it's quite some time ago, but I would say, what's your favorite TV show? And then give them some options. And sometimes they're kind of silly. How do you stand on this very important issue, paper or plastic? And then kind of hitting a little closer to home, if you were in charge, which school rule would be eliminated? And I gave them some choices here. So the idea is we can use choice to really kind of build a culture and a conversation and really turn your distance learning class into something fun.